At the mixture control unit, we differentiate between the airflow sensor and the fuel distributor. The fuel distributor has the task of providing a correctly measured amount of fuel relative to the inducted volume of air and of distributing this amongst the individual cylinders. The fuel distributor consists of the following parts: the upper and lower housing sections, the steel membrane which simultaneously separates and seals the two housing sections, the metering slit barrel with control plunger, the differential pressure valves, the primary pressure control and non-return valve. The airflow sensor measures the volume of air drawn by the engine. It consists of an air funnel and the sensor plate, which connects via a fulcrum to the control plunger of the fuel distributor. Now for the function. First of all, the lower section of the fuel distributor is filled with fuel. A primary pressure control valve fitted into the lower section controls the pressure. When the engine is started, the sensor plate in the airflow sensor lifts relative to the engine's air requirement, pushing the control plunger of the fuel distributor upwards. The control edge of the control plunger opens a section of the metering slits according to the amount of travel of the sensor plate. Fuel can now flow from the lower section of the fuel distributor via the control plunger to the upper section and from here to the injection valves. The primary pressure provides the injection valve opening pressure, allowing for finely atomized fuel to be sprayed towards the intake valves. The differential pressure valves maintain a constant pressure difference. That is to say that the pressure in the lower section of the housing is 0.1 bar higher than that in the upper section. Thus, it is only the metering slit section and not the tolerance in the primary pressure or the injection valve opening pressure which determines the fuel quantity. In order to adapt the mixture composition to the varying engine running conditions, there are a few adjustments to be considered. With the Jetronic, we differentiate between the two pressure circuits: the delivery or primary pressure and the control pressure. The primary pressure is provided by the electric fuel pump and controlled by the primary pressure control valve in the fuel distributor. The fuel for the control pressure circuit is tapped from the primary pressure circuit. The actual pressure is determined by the warm-up regulator. The control pressure, formed above the control plunger, constitutes the opposing force to the air pressure acting on the sensor plate, which, in relation to the sensor plate's position, determines the actual composition of the mixture. The differential pressure valves maintain a constant pressure difference. That is to say that the pressure in the lower section of the housing is 0.1 bar higher than that in the upper section. Thus it is only the metering slit section and not the tolerance in the primary pressure or the injection valve opening pressure which determines the fuel quantity.